Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, featuring today a 1 vs 1 on Sturzdorf. Yes, indeed, we are going a bit away from Angerville, although I've gotten plenty more replays on that, but I figure, a bit of change of scenery would do nice. Set off a bit of the doldrum. But who shall be fighting? Well, in the southern corner, it shall be our good friend, Wulus Lupus. Yes, indeed, Wulus Lupus, fighting for the Americans, fighting for the 28th Infantry Division, making its way through Lorraine as such a region, only to be stopped. My goodness, yes, indeed, stopped. But by whom, you may inquire? By Baileys. Yes, indeed, Baileys, whoever that is. I bet he's probably a rank 14 or 15 of Wehrmacht, just like Wulus Lupus, about rank 14, 15. And he shall be fighting for the 21st Panzer Division, which did sort of fight in the area. Just a bit of change of pace from all the Panzer brigades, although it was sort of mostly kept in reserve, rebuilt for Operation Nordwind, which came about the same time as the whole Ardennes debacle. It is not so much talked about. It's made some progress, but also ran into a lot of problems. So not a huge success, but we are seeing, of course, note again, buildings at the edge of the base right from the beginning, spreading out, although the Wehrmacht commander is much more heavily intent on the eastern side. He's probably with the plan of getting that fuel point, which again, of course, is not unusual, but of course it's sort of focused there will mean he, of course, will progress fast there, but at the same time there will be little opposition for Vulpuslupus Lupus to move out on the western side. American riflemen already arrived, of course, and oh my goodness, we're seeing another sniper start. Oh dear, I don't hope Go Pepsi Alarms to start off some wicked trend right there, but I mean, that's definitely not the usual thing I see, I would like to point out, but there you go. Bailey starting out with a sniper, a sharp Schütze.
We got a full combat load.
Blimey, again, I'd not really suggest most players go for this at home, unless of course you are around rank 15 to 16, then sure you might go for it, otherwise be careful. Anyways, we are seeing engineers moving out there again. Good progress, going for now fuel points after having secured this munitions point, but of course this one is not quite connected. Might be hoping to deny it. Sniper moving up here, again with this jaunty little cap. Rifleman moving in, going right here, and of course that's going to prove to be a problem. Sniper moving up, and there we go. Lipovich going down. Conrad already messing about with his shoelaces. Pioneers moving up, and of course the rifleman moving in, trying to catch the sniper. Of course, in this situation, the sniper's a bit exposed, but we are seeing some infantry moving in, some Volksgrenadiere. And the riflemen are continuing. The 28th Infantry Division having not really done well doing the sort of Hürtgen Forest fighting, having suffered quite badly. In fact, it was called the Bloody Buckets Division, if I'm not mistaken, which sort of gives you an idea what happened to it. Certainly did not do much better during the Ardennes, when it sort of was rebuilding and then got attacked by the Germans. Pioneers not doing so well either. Sniper continued getting hunted down. Volksgrenadiers not following, apparently deciding they have better things to do. Sniper taking up position in the building right there, getting a good shot off there. 3 kills so far, and within the range of the MG42 Banger, the rifleman can't quite hunt it down. Volksgrenadiers move in, MG42 following up as well, alongside the sharpshooter, the sniper. Quite some peculiar fighting right here in the beginning. Rifleman moving in, could be a problem for the Volksgrenadiers, no, except they're taking up position right in this structure. Another rifleman finds himself sniped. MG42 finds itself being hunted down, and there's no support for it. And the Volksgrenadiers just sort of seem to be hiding inside the building. Pioneers and MG40, rifleman right in front of it. Oh dear, taking quite a bit of damage this now. We're getting pushed off by the other rifleman. And we are seeing otherwise Vulpuslupus Lupus doing pretty well, doing pretty aggressively. Again, this sort of start that Mr. Bailey's started out with, as you might have noticed, isn't really the strongest start. I mean, it rather lacks sort of punch, it lacks holding power, and of course a unit like a sniper is going to quickly get run off. Usually wait until you have at least 2 Volksgrenadier squads to sort of form the bulk of your force. And now we are seeing the same, and really this is a bit of a delay, and it certainly has given Wulus Lupus time to really take as much territory as possible. And Wulus Lupus, being the aggressive little bugger he is, has already gone for BARs, figuring he's already got Bailey's by the ropes. He might as well push it a bit further. He's getting an additional rifleman squad, but really BARs this early on is definitely not going to help Bailey's, and Bailey's is definitely going to need to sort of stabilize the situation. He's going to need to put a front line. Oh, engineers running up, but they got a flamethrower now. Could be scorching the Vulpus Grenadiers. Who shall be winning this? Might be the Vulpus Grenadiers. Yes, indeed. Not one caught fire. Looks like some engineers are getting sniped themselves. They do manage to deny further fuel to the Wehrmacht, to the hungry panzers of the 21st Panzer Division. Riflemen are getting reinforced, others moving out again. Engineers getting pushed off, a bit of barbed wire there. Nice move, nice move. Although a lot of players right here tend to go for mines instead. But again, my barbed wire also is nice. Shall not be denied. The riflemen moving up there, though suffering a bit of losses to the Vulpus Grenadiers. And quickly pulling into cover, that is good. And of course they're going to get a bit of a nasty surprise as they find they can't move on there. They're going to be caught out in the open in front of the Vulpus Grenadiers. We are seeing an attempt right here by the rifleman moving up, catching the MG42 with the BS, but of course there's also a sniper nearby. And ooh, caught out in the open again, heavy cover right here. Not looking good for the riflemen. They have absolutely no cover. I repeat, no cover. Oh, rifleman squad went down for Wulus Lupus. Again, be careful. Cover really does matter. I mean, Vulpus Grenadiers heavy cover versus riflemen, no cover. The Vulpus Grenadiers will be winning that fight, as you clearly saw. Although one is down, but they're still there fighting on the brave Vulpus Grenadiers. And now we are seeing a sniper joining in, although the sniper is awfully wounded. And with the riflemen pushed on, they might even be able to get him, but no, apparently not. Tria sent up, but no medic station. We'll be seeing additional riflemen, or what shall be happening there for Vulpuslupus? Riflemen sneaking up, trying to go for a heavier flank perhaps. Or they're hiding, waiting to strike from the darkness. Although again, that's only going to be really viable with Common Affairs 2. Again, no further details. We're probably waiting up to until E3, which is about next week, Tuesday to Thursday. So about that, we might be seeing a trailer perhaps a bit before that. Sadly, I don't know anymore. I wish I did. Also note, there's actually now an official YouTube channel for Company of Heroes. It's called Company of Heroes Official or Co-Official. Try and look it up. Might net you some little details and bonus things as well as time passes on. I'll try and link to it, if I can remember to actually get back to it. Pretty aggressive again from Wulus Lupus, trying to cut off points now at the edge of the western part of Bailey's base. Interesting. We are seeing sticky bombs now on the way, but we are seeing no further structures. Of course, I believe we might be seeing a second MG42. Yes, indeed. And what might Bailey's be hoping to achieve? Well, here's the thing. Some players, Wehrmacht players, when they see the riflemen, have gone for BARs. Themselves go for the oh, goddamn hiccups. Not the hiccups, but a more heavy first tier start, and then they go for the Sturm Armory. And that's exactly what Bailey's doing. Going for the Sturm Armory, and that way hoping to catch Vulpuslupus with an armored cannon tear through his riflemen. And of course the expenditure of resources into BARs of course will delay any sort of anti-tank assets of the heaviest sort. So that's rather hard work, although he might want to give that sniper a medic kit before he loses him. Would be a bit tragic, to say the least. MG42 setting up right in front of the rifleman. Wire getting cut, more barbed wire in fact, quite interesting. To cover the flanks, not bad. Though, why he didn't place any barbed wire here or there then is a bit more of a mystery. Or there, for example. Or there. A lot of places, and then why he only placed it there is again a bit odd. MG42 is pushing up. Volkswagen is now leading the way again. Finally getting a medikit for his sniper. And we are seeing a push right for the base. We are seeing infantry, in fact, being chosen for Wulus Lupus.
We're losing a strategic
and there's, in fact, a gap in a base right here. I mean, you can, in fact, sneak in and do something nasty right there. If you so feel like it. For example, say, moving up some engineers with demo charges and begin blowing up stuff. Clearly, that is not within Wulus Lupus' ideas. Volkswagen is around at the front, but the advantage of the Americans are rather at the flanks. Interesting enough, I have no idea why he's just telling the rifleman to fire there. I mean, he would need the flamethrowers up close to do some damage. But they're not doing anything. Come on, Wulus Lupus, what are you doing? You're also floating an awful lot of resources.
Time to kill some pigs.
And there we go, the first armor car ready for the 21st Panzer Division, opening up. The 21st being designated a bit of an elite Panzer Division, had fought in North Africa under Rommel, had fought in Normandy against the British, and rather had the distinction in Normandy of having a bit of a curious collection of vehicles and other things. Some conversions of French equipment, in fact, including what is known as the Geschützwagen, was in fact 21st Panzer Division equipment. But a pretty solid counterattack by the Germans, taking as much territory as way they can from Vulpus Lupus. Mines going down, killing quite a few. Heavy armored car proving to be quite the nuisance to the Americans. It's actually time to have a look at Bailey's, who's gone blitzkrieg. He could be calling in stormtroopers any moment now, if he so felt like it. So blitzkrieg versus infantry is certainly one of the most common sort of matchups. And there we go, Sturzdorf arrives. Veterans of Normandy and North Africa, ready to take the fight to the Yanks. And meanwhile, we are not really seeing still anything going on in the base of Wulus Lupus. In fact, he's probably flowing a resource again. A medic station would have done well. Supplier will also be a good choice when you have full rifleman squads. And there we go, supply it up. He might be going for the motor pool, he might be going for the tank depot. We are seeing the stormtroopers advancing. No Panzerschreck. The storm is ready. Yes, indeed, meine Herren.
Pioneers reporting your location captured.
We are seeing some pioneers sneaking about. Volkskriegs moving up. Pioneers. More wire there. Quite nice to see Bayless being sort of active with his wiring. Although again, I'm not sure why he's not wiring off that area. Oh dear, pioneers right out in the middle of the road. Why are they standing there? Armored car pushing up, rifleman holding out there. And there we go, tank depot on the way. Panzer ready for the stormtroopers. Rifleman pushing on here, only a sniper and Volkskriegs to hold the flank. Stormtroopers, of course, can moving up, and of course, since he's not double equipped with the Panzerschrecks, it's not going to be completely rubbish against infantry either. So move it up. Baileys take the fight to them. You could even equip it with assault rifles. Would make it a pretty strong force. Riflemen taking losses as they are moving up. Oh my goodness! Wulus Lupus had laid down a mine and the stormtrooper hit it. That was quite a nice little job right there. And of course, note, American riflemen actually get the kill. I mean, American engineers riflemen in fact also get kills for their mines. Not a lot of units do this, but again, engineers and riflemen do get kills for the mines. So that's again another reason as to why when you're playing the Americans you should be laying down mines. Stormtroopers moving a bit too close to the engineers, but oh, a bundle grenade! Taking up quite a bit of health from the engineers, doing quite a bit of nasty damage. Tank depot is up. Now they should be pushing out some tanks anytime now. Come on. Anytime. Meanwhile, the armored car continues to wreak havoc. Another sniper out. Stormtroopers making their way back to base. We are seeing a Kampfkraft sent up, but it's delivered to the Kampfkraft. And we are seeing some veterans on there on the way for the infantry. No veterans for the armored cars. All these support units.
Reserves hold an assault force for us.
Tank depot still quiet. Nothing happening. Rifle moving up right in front of the armored car. Its altered cannons being supported and augmented by an MG42 and a Lafayette tripod. In fact, the Lafayette tripod might in fact even been sort of designed so you could actually fire it reasonably safe from sort of entrenched position. From what I've heard, but I've not been able to sort of really read up on that. Engineers are moving up into another MG42, quickly getting stopped.
Yes, sir.
And we are seeing the tank depot lighting up now, finally. Pioneers coming under fire. Volkskriegs is providing covering fire, but I'm not entirely sure that's going to be enough. But the armored car moves in. Tank depot still doing something, and additional stormtroopers arriving. Another Panzerschreck squad moving in. Pioneers went down. Volkskriegs getting pushed off. Were pioneers, probably. And there we go, an M18 Hellcat has arrived to support the 28th Infantry Division against the 21st Panzer Division.
Ready for action. Yes, coming out.
Engineers getting run off from the east. And this is going to be a bit of a problem, though, although they are Panzer X, they might have a bit of trouble actually hitting the Hellcat. And of course, if the Hellcat gets a 50 cal machine gun, that could also be a problem. But no, it is now on the prowl. It has spotted the armored car. Damaged engine only. Oh, and there are absolutely no mines to stop the Hellcat. Heavy armored car went down. Well, the Hellcat might want to consider getting away. Out of range of the Panzer X. Second Stormtrooper squad, but that actually misses. But there's no follow-up assault. What a miss. And we're actually seeing a weapon support turn up. He could get a... Whoops. Headset flew off right there, but he could get a mortar. That could help against... Oh dear, he hit a mine there actually. Engine damaged. And Volksguns are moving up. One infantry to kill, one armored car kill. Not quite enough to earn it its cost, I fear. But at least it did something. Bit of a miss right there with the Hellcat. It is not a tank, repeat, just because as tank destroying its name does not mean it's actually a tank. Sadly, a lot of more inexperienced commanders have a tendency of making that mistake. But we are seeing a Geschützwagen. Apparently some might have survived from Normandy, the Geschützwagen being a modified Hotchkiss tank with a 75mm Pak 40 equipped on it. Used as an assault gun, although here it's more akin to an actual Marder, which they were not, by the way. Oh, bundle grenade! Oh my goodness! Taking a huge chunk out of Vulpuslupus rifleman. Down to one man with a sliver of health. Absolutely mean. No veterancy though on the way for his armor. That's a bit of a miss. I mean, a Geschützwagen would definitely benefit, in particular if you get veterancy 2 for it. That would give it a pretty nasty machine gun. And we are seeing assault rifles being equipped for the Stormtroopers now. Excellent, excellent. Riflemen running straight into it. And we're seeing artillery getting called in on the Sturm Armory. Oh dear. Other troops getting reinforced. Some units seem to have been forgotten inside that structure. Stormtroopers almost ready with their assault rifles, holding out. One more down. Not looking too good. And the last man making a run for it, but the Sturm Armory is down. The 21st Panzer Division is denied any further armored assets. Come on, veterans, you want for your armor. And now we're seeing it getting called in on the Wehrmacht quarters. Panzer Command going up. 21st Panzer Division desperately hoping for it. American sniper moving about. Stormtroopers trying to reinforce. Others, running right through the artillery. Oh, looks like it just finished. But an MG-42 squad was lost. The 21st Panzer Division has taken some nasty damage, but they are fighting on elsewhere. 2 snipers up for Wulus Lupus. He might want to consider getting some armor now, some tank destroyers. I mean, he must be noting there is a Panzer Command going up. Although, of course, at the same time, the Stormtroopers and the Geschützwagen, of course, might be making him a lot more cautious about bringing in armor of his own. Again, if Baelish were to get some upgrades, his Geschützwagen could be a bit more effective in support attacking infantry. Still, Baelish Stormtroopers are carrying the fight now. Looks like he even equipped some of his Volksgunners with MP40s. So slightly more extensive force. It looks like one of those Stormtroopers were posing for Stormtrooper Weekly. The magazine for the Wehrmacht troops on the front. But moving in there, a nice amount of automatic fire. MP40, MP44. Trying to get that MG bunker. Rather than tank through some of those Volksgunners. Looks like something went down. Not entirely sure what. Looks Pioneer perhaps? Was it perhaps an enemy unit? I'm not entirely sure. Rangers are arriving with their bazookas. We are seeing the Panzer Command coming in with an Ostwind. Kampfkraft Center still not really managing much. Sniper arriving. Oh, Volksgunner squad went down to the snipers. This is a very nasty thing. Snipers will have to be careful. Ooh, we're seeing more Volksguns coming in, trying to catch the snipers. Oh dear, he could be losing both his snipers. Wulus Lupus, careful. Oh dear. One gets away, but still even one lost, I think was... Oh, bloody hell, Vulpuslupus, Lupus, careful.
Base is under enemy fire.
It looks like he's desperately trying to get that Panzer Command. Was it Kenning to get the Kampfkraft Center? Well, there we go. Ostwind Flak Panzer arrives. He needs to get out of there right now. He's right in the face of the Ostwind. Oh dear, he's going to lose that Ranger score, and he did. I mean, just there, Wulus Lupus got absolutely gutted. I mean, he lost 2 snipers and a Ranger squad. I mean, again, be careful, cover your rear. But he wasn't, and the MP40 equipped Volksguns were able to punish him for that. Absolutely devastating. I mean, that was about 1,000 manpower that just went down the drain in less than a minute. Now, of course, he's getting armor, but again, that's might be a bit too late. And again, I think some Germans might actually help him against some all that infantry, rather than all those snipers. But again, that's some players for you, I fear. I could also mention a replay where one player began complaining that Hotchkiss tanks were more powerful than Panthers. Yes, shown that one for a bit.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
Not to say that Hotchkiss light tanks are useless, but I mean, they're not exactly Panthers either. Well, the Hellcat moving out has to be careful with that Geschützwagen. There's more fighting going on here. Flamethrower engineers catch the MG42. He could even be losing it. And there we go, retreating it, rather than moving up with engineers in the west. Right at the stormtroopers. We're actually retreating in the face of this firepower. Hellcat moving in, has to be careful, Needs to focus down the Geschützwagen first. Panzerfaust from the Volksguns, at least they're attempting. There we go, nice hit. Rear armor hit and the Geschützwagen. Come on, get it. No main gun destroyed, but somehow the little Geschützwagen that could just keep on doing it. Storm's moving up, and there we go. Geschützwagen out of control.
Enemy unit down.
And a loss to the Wehrmacht, to the 21st Panzer Division. Now, though they do have the Panzer Command, he just needs to sandwich that Geschützwagen quickly for munitions to support his offensive actions. Another Hellcat on the way again, though. A Sherman might be of help, but he doesn't have the munition, the fuel, or the manpower, it seems like, at the moment. But again, also medic station might also have helped him quite extremely much. Still, he has been able to do damage to Bailey's, who's definitely not just singing all lovely tunes. He's not just having beer and Skittles. He's a bit in trouble himself, but still he's holding on. Alright, he's still doing damage. Did he actually lose a Stormtrooper squad as well? Oh dear. So looks like they're actually sort of equaling units at the moment, although we're now seeing a Tiger arriving for Bailey's. That could definitely spell trouble for Vulpuslupus. And by trouble, I do mean trouble with a capital T, which also means tiger. Yes, indeed. There we go. Panzer Kampfwagen 6 moving forward. If we could just sort of stop getting stuck in that building. Hellcat's sort of ready. He's sending in one on its own. Could be catching that Ostwind. He probably doesn't know that this tiger has arrived. Going once more for the Panzer Command. Also trying to get that Ostwind. Tiger doubling back. Oh, he didn't get to salvage that Hellcat. What a shame. What a shame. Now trying to get that Panzer Command. I mean, he's already knocked out several structures off the base right there. Second Hellcat arriving. Pioneers continue to repair that Ostwind. He's going to need more armor to take on that Tiger. It might be better to sort of try and deal with the rest of the forces that Bailey's has on the field. Not entirely sure what's going on there. And Bailey's certainly confused as well. No supply upgrades either. That's a bit of a mess. To put it mildly. MG42 caught out in the open. Could be lost to the rifle. Oh, MG42 down it. Wulus Lupus could be stealing it and using it to his own purposes. Tiger moves out on its own. That's a bit dangerous. It's not a bit dangerous. And what is Wulus Lupus doing? He needs something more. He needs at least 3 Hellcats to take that on. Quite frankly. No, he's sending in 1 Hellcat on its own against the Tiger. What are you doing, Wulus Lupus? And that's not good tactics. That's terrible. Just get it back to your own lines, get it repaired quickly. Stop sending other Hellcats into it. And the Ostwind has immobilized. That's the cue for the Hellcat to move and knock it out. Panzer though in a nice covering position from the structure, able to sort of more easily deal with Hellcats without getting run over. Rifleman squad went down to the Stormtroopers. Oh, bugger, he lost his own Hellcat while knocking out the Ostwind and the Rifle squad. This is definitely not an equal sort of trade-off. Clearly the Wehrmacht benefit from this with the troops sort of in a nice position right here. Stormtroopers able to cover nicely from this structure, in fact. Nice job indeed. Plus the Volksgunners nearby were also able to provide nice bit of supportive fire. But he needs to get some fresh... Oh, wait, he didn't lose it, I think. Or did he? Oh, it's so confusing sometimes. To keep track of everything, he could be getting an off-map combat group. That might work. Just a few more points, and looks like a Panzer force right, but still no veterancy. But that looks to be on the way finally. About damn time too, I might add. I mean, after so much armor, I'd thought he'd get an armor veterancy out much earlier. Panzer force advances, supported by Stormtroopers. Hellcat uncloaks. Gets away. Veterancy 1, though, so that means it's going to be a bit faster. What are the riflemen doing? Get away, get away! You're caught right in the middle of everything. Sticky bomb on the Panzer Fort. Finally, veterancy 1. Oh dear, he might be losing his veterancy to Rifleman. That would be an absolute blow. He might not be able to recover from. But no, he's getting now anti-tank guns and Hellcats.
The enemy stands at 300 points.
Hellcat ready to roll. Roger, Hellcat here.
And he's still not gotten a single supply yard upgrade. My goodness.
Painkiller here. Rifleman ready, sir.
Stormtroopers slightly pulling away. No further infantry though for Bales. That's a bit of a mess, I might argue. He could get some more Stormtroopers or some Ritterkreuz. No further veterancy though either. Panzer IV moves up. Hellcat moves in to ambush the Panzer IV. Oh dear, oh dear. And Stormtrooper taking heavy damage from the Riflemen. And what does he do? He actually moves his Hellcat on further. Oh, Goliath right in its path. Oh, but the Goliath doesn't quite get it.
We have a threat to our
Calling in more artillery on the Panzer Command. Interesting, interesting. But another Ostwind arrives just in time, though it might get hit by the artillery. No, it apparently doesn't. Somehow, by extreme luck. Though the Kampfkraft Center clearly doesn't quite have the same amount of luck, as it's definitely looking a bit rubbish at the moment. Anti-tanker moves up, gets off a good shot on the Tiger, and Sticky Bomb right there might be mobilizing the engine. No, it didn't. Oh, that's quite fortunate. Hellcat moves in, move up the anti-tank gun. Second Hellcat, he's trying to get the Tiger with everything in his might. Remember to use armor-piercing rounds, they do more damage. Armor-piercing rounds, and they also have, of course, a higher chance of penetrating. Where's that other Hellcat now moving up?
Enemy unit.
There we go, Panzer 4 down. Almost close to getting that Tiger, come on. Push, Vulpuslupus. Push. You absolute clock winder, come on. You got the Tiger on its last leg and you don't follow up. What's wrong with you, man? That's the sort of stuff that'll get you a beating from Patton. Also, quite a few BARs dropped everywhere. Now the Hellcat's moving in, of course. Now the Tiger is getting repaired much too late. And again, keep moving. Don't just stand up like that. Quite a few pioneers getting squished. Damaged engine again. Anti-tank and... ooh, sniper got sniped. Oh dear, not looking quite good. And we are seeing blitzkrieg. In fact, that could have been used quite nicely from Wulus Lupus.
Ready for orders.
And Ostwind and infantry moving up. Sniper needs to get out of there. Rückzug. Rather than advancing, but the anti-tank just got sorted out, cleared out, knocked out. Hellcat arrives, but will it be enough? And a rifleman squad just went down. That's not good at all. Artillery getting called in again. VAR's being secured by the stormtroopers, but a Panzer deck has been left behind.
They're losing territory.
Move the Hellcat in after the Tiger, mate. Not the other things that might actually be able to damage it. Rather seems like Wulus Lupus' unit preservation is going right down the drain. His tactics are definitely not improving either. He's barely got any units left either, and doesn't seem like to be actually using any off-map combat groups, which would definitely be to his advantage, I feel, but he just seems utterly reluctant in actually using them, which is definitely not working out for him at all. Main gun destroyed, and a Panzer Schreck Pioneer managed to knock it out. And the Tiger somehow is still standing, engine on fire. The crew probably pretty much dazed, but still standing. But let's just speed this up. What are we seeing? Another assault. Sniper moving up, rifle as well. Now engineers with a flamethrower, and he's going for that bunker again.
Our base is under attack.
I have absolutely no idea why he's so absolutely focused on that one bunker.
We have 200 points.
Another Hellcat arrives. Though I fear he might be sending it to its own death again on its own. But looks like Mr. Bailey's is holding on just a wee bit better. Now with additional stormtroopers to support his course. Hellcat gets the Ostwind almost, but the Pioneers move in once more, getting off a good shot. Ostwind down, but will the Pioneers get their prey? And get the Panzernacker badge. We are seeing, oh dear, Tiger has been quite repaired. Artillery getting called in, but that's probably going to be dodged. Another Hellcat arrives. Still no off-map combat groups. What a shame. Still holding sort of most of the map, but he's simply losing too much. The Wulus Lupus might be getting a wee bit too aggressive and a wee bit too reckless. Meanwhile, Bailey's is taking back the map 1 point at a time. Although, of course, if he was to lose that Tiger, that would be an absolute blow. I mean, he's still not got a lot of it left. But on the other hand, Wulus Lupus, while he has most of the map, doesn't have a lot of units left. So the question is, how can Wulus Lupus leverage larger parts of the map while not having a lot of units? Again, off-map combat groups would work, as they can give you units at a huge discount. You might always get what you want, but you certainly get a lot, and that's definitely what he needs. He just needs numbers right now to sort of try and overcome Bailey's, so he can hold all he has, but currently doesn't even have the ability to do that. It's definitely a line Bayless really retake. Another Hellcat goes up in flames. Second one moves in against the Tiger.
They have lost the unit.
And another Pioneer squad went down. More Panzer direct fire.
Base is under enemy fire.
Very aggressive sniper.
Our opponent has 200
Very aggressive everything, in fact, from Wulus Lupus. But again, I do feel it's sort of moving into just being, well, reckless. And the sniper went down again. Recklessness. He's just, and he's getting another sniper. He doesn't need more snipers. He needs infantry. He needs boots in the ground. He needs something to take back points. And now we're in fact seeing another stormtrooper squad. And a Hellcat more bites the dust. Quite frankly astonishing. Well, not really, but I suppose the way he sort of keeps losing them is. Again, I do feel that Wulus Lupus has entered the territory of the reckless, and for some reason he's utterly avoiding using off-map combat groups. Which is definitely not to his advantage. Again, I really think an off-map combat group would help him greatly. And Stormtroopers with dual BARs trying to hunt down the sniper. There we go. Hellcat though moves in. And quickly pulls away. Whoops. Sorry, didn't sleep too well, I think.
resources for Blitz are now available.
And we are seeing the Manpower Blitz, which almost sounds like a song, a bit, you know, like Ballroom Blitz, just Manpower Blitz. And another Stormtrooper bites the dust, sniper moves in. Stormtroopers trying to catch the little bastard. And of course, interesting thing will be how snipers will be working in coming views too. Hellcats rushing in. Once more intent on catching the great beast, the Tiger. Will they succeed? And will they go kablooey like all of their other brethren?
The enemy advances.
Hellcats are moving in. And of course the Pioneer with the Panzer is still there as well. Definitely not to the advantage. Artillery getting called in. Nice rear hits right there, but of course again, be careful. You should have had 3 Hellcats.
We're losing a sector.
And Panzer are really taking it out on the Hellcat. Time to unpimp his ride. Yes, indeed, it is time for that. Foot's going to getting blasted by the other Hellcat. MG42 providing covering fire.
Veteran seek gain. Full squad is down.
Stormtrooper squad down. Veteran 22 up for the Panzers. We are seeing Manpower Blitz in use, but we're not seeing anything else. Oh wait, a Panzer Command is up. Ostwind on the way. Panzer 4 on the way. Hurrah and huzzah. Still no further riflemen or anything like that. Just snipers and engineers and Hellcats. I think his force is simply not flexible enough. And again, an off-map combat group or some rangers or something like that is needed.
What do you need?
It rather looks like Wulus Lupus got stuck in an absolute rot, and he seems to be utterly unawares of it. And he's getting sniped. Oh, Stormtroopers catching a sniper once more. Oh wait, they got sniped by another one. Let's go look at Wulus Lupus. The Stormtroopers need to get out of there quickly, I think. Another anti-tank on the way. Like the Ostwind might get the sniper, also the Stormtrooper did, in fact. Hurrah! 18 kills, quite nice.
Front shifting. Krauts are grabbing
Another
territory.
BAR left behind. I mean, again, a ton of BARs are simply scattered all across the map.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
And another Hellcat. I mean,
Krauts
he's
have cut
actually
forward supply lines.
prolific with it, but not a single off-map combat group. I mean, that's pretty bizarre. I mean, most Americans tend to pretty much rely only on off-map combat groups. Yet he uses absolutely none of them. I mean, I'm not saying you should utterly rely on it, but I mean, even using it once or twice might prove to be a huge benefit. Yet again, Wulus Lupus for some reason seems utterly convinced he should not be doing it. And now we are seeing a Panzer IV rolling down the street.
Allies are down to 100 points.
Hellcat, ready.
Pioneers moving up, Panzer IV supporting. Oh dear, Pioneer gets sniped, Panzer IV moving up. Anti-tanker needs to stop moving. Stop moving! Oh dear. Much too late there. And Panzer IV taking quite a bit of serious fire right there. But it does manage to quickly retreat to a slightly more defensible position. With Pioneers with a Panzer nearby for support. Excellent, but artillery getting called in right on the armor position. Oh dear, the Panzer IV is getting absolutely smashed. And it goes down to the Hellcat. A small victory to Vulpus Lupus, but I simply think it's wedged too late. And there we go, Hellcat went down. I think it actually hit a mine. Or it's been almost down as well. Not really doing too well. Not doing well at all for Wulus Lupus and the 28th. Hellcat moving up.
50 points. They're taking one of our points.
And the Tiger moves in to actually intercept 6 armored kills. That's definitely not bad. But Tony also says something about the extent of Wulus Lupus's tactics.
We have territory cut off from supply. Enemy unit down.
Main gun destroyed, but he's not finishing it off. He's going for the anti-tank gun to do that, perhaps. And there we go. Ostwind is a wreck. But the anti-tank gun position again without infantry support or anything, getting assaulted by the stormtroopers, clearing it out in seconds, leaving behind only the sniper to fend for himself. Sniper gets another stormtrooper, but the stormtroopers get the sniper finally. And looks like a Panther has arrived for Bailey's. Pretty much the end game right there. Engine destroyed, out of control. And he moves in another Hellcat. Again, Wulus Lupus seems to be utterly not really playing properly now, or even bothering, I think. Might as well speed up these few last minutes. Endless resources. Not really, no. Not in fact. And sort of there is in fact where the key lies. Essentially, I mean, Wulus Lupus simply lost that much more than Bailey's.
We're losing ground out there.
And yeah, that's just Wulus Lupus being not just a poor player, but of course a sore loser, and of course utterly refusing to sort of realize why did he lose this game. Poor tactics, poor economics. I mean, economics is a part of this game, and again, off-map combat groups tends to give you a good sort of rebate on your troops, and of course the medic station will also have helped him. Essentially just lost too much, and there we go, finally getting it, but it is simply too late. I mean, even this force early on would have helped him. The heavy machine gun could have stopped stormtroopers rather than could have done some damage, and the anti-tank gun as well. I mean, not a bad force, but simply too late. And in that sense, that's rather where problems came in for Wulus Lupus. Simply lost too much units, not prepared for the long fight, no supply and upgrade. Again, I repeat, no supply and upgrade. Absolutely terrible. And again, too much reliance on a very small collection of units, which were rather inflexible to these anti-tank guns. Hellcats and snipers. There was no infantry, there were no Shermans, nothing really there, sort of more general infantry and armor that could handle more situations. And that is in the end what lost Wulus Lupus the fight. While in the end, of course, Bailey's had more infantry, he had more armor, and he had more varied armor. Again, variety and sort of combined arms is the key that essentially won Bailey's the fight. So there you go. Do hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends? And if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own? This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.